Hello everyone, Jonas here with another replay for you. Today I actually have VPBonk from my very own team, VP Gamers, versus iPBioOrMech from Team IP. Little talk going on from these players. Looks like iPBioOrMech wants to know if it's NYQ Bunk, which it is. That was his old name. Looks like he's not for sure if that's true or not. I guess he's going to find out if it's true or not eventually in this game. Who will win? Will it be iPBioOrMech or will it be Bunk? We'll have to wait and see what the outcome will be. Bunk is going to be at the bottom left corner, while we do have iPBioOrMech on the top right corner. This is Shakuris. You cannot actually spawn cross positions like this. You can only spawn over on the left or the top left. That's just how it is on this map. And we are going to see iPBioOrMech come out here. He's going to actually build a supply depot at the choke, so possibly going to be choking off against a Terran or a Protoss player, which I normally don't do just because you run into problems with possibly void ray harassment, which is very annoying. They do get the upper hand if you block it off like that. So we'll have to wait and see if that's what he decides to do. Bunk going to standard pylon at the beginning by his Nexus, and we'll be seeing that with the gateway, I'm sure, very soon here. Be interesting to see if he does some sort of cheese or if he actually builds a gateway at the choke here. The only thing that kind of scares me is there's no gateway yet being produced here. He does have the minerals to do it as well. So pretty late gateway. Could expect some cheese maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And he is going to scout. What is Bunk up to? I'm kind of curious to see what he decides to do here. Could he go for a fast expansion maybe? He's saving up for his minerals, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So he's going to go for a fast expand. And I don't... we do have Mech making its way across the map, so he's going to be able to scout this. Very risky move from Bunk. This can actually pay off tremendously or fail tremendously at the same time. We do have two barracks going down, so we don't have an expansion going down for Bio, unfortunately, for Bunk. He is going to be going for some sort of early engagement, probably with two racks going down. And once he sees this Bunk is going this fast expand, Bio's going to have a decision to make. Is he going to go expand himself, or will he put on the pressure? He's going to have to do one or the other, or else he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And we are going to see SCV go inside the base right now of Bunk's base, and he's going to be able to see that fast expand, and he's going to be able to see one gateway with the simulator. And we are going to see what direction iPBioOrMech will take. He is getting that tech lab, and he is going to throw down a reactor. So it looks like he's going to put some early pressure on it and not expand. Which, I don't know. This is going to be interesting to see. I kind of agree with that move, but such an early expansion. He's going to start to saturate this very early. Right now, he needs to. I think he needs to push out. I really think he needs to push out once this Marauder comes in. Maybe get a few SCVs and push across the map, because if he lets this go too long, this is going to be really bad. And all he's going to have by the time he gets to his base is possibly two Zealots, and there goes the full saturation right there from Bio. So he's going to be starting to get into great position here, starting that saturation up on the top. We are going to see a lot of Marines and Marauders being produced. Concussion Shell actually on display as well. And, ooh, I don't know. This is going to be this is a scary moment for Bunk right at this point. Just because he only has one gateway up. And he is going to have a lot of pressure coming down to his choke here very shortly. So, I don't know. I'm getting nervous. Somehow, though, he is going to be able to buy some time, because we don't have actually Bio pushing out at all. He needs a push because he's fallen so far behind. If we look at the worker tab, 29 to 20 is the worker count. So I mean, we are going to see him push far ahead, especially since he has two working gateways or nexus with probes going down on each base. Finally, again, two more gateways added here, so he's going to start to get some gateway units out here fairly fast. So the window of opportunity for Bio is actually closing. And he's finally going to be pushing out, but that might be too late. We have a sentry out, and by the time he gets here, there's going to be a lot more units. Two sentries out, three gateways going down, so he's going to have four gates here very shortly. And he does have that warp gate technology almost completed. By the time these gates are up, the warp gate will be there. But this push is coming, and he's taking his time getting across the map, even going for the Zelnaga towers, trying to go for the worker count. I don't know why Bio's doing this. He needs a push. He had the time to do it a long time ago, but by the time he's actually going to be pushing in here, it could be late. 2 force fields can easily block this off, possibly. And will we have some efficient force fields? Here comes the push, and the force fields are going to go down and blocks off that army. 2 SCVs joining the army mix. And we do have the actual warp gate technology done. And here we go. This is going to be the time the units come streaming in. 3 stalkers up here. Here comes the push, and this is going to be interesting to see. SCVs up front, they do get picked off pretty fast. Probes get pulled off the line, and the engagement is going to go on. The Marines are going to be up front picking off the sentries. The probes are going to go in for the back to the Marauders. A lot of units are dying, but a lot of units are being warped in at the same time. Zealots are in the front now. Lots of units are going down for Bunk. The only thing that's left is a couple Zealots here being actually picked off by this army. Those armies coming up here, but look at the warp gate technology coming into play. 3 more Zealots are coming in here with probes actually in the actual back end of this, and this is going to be cleaned up because they're going to be actually quartered into the wall. But Bio and Mark doing a great job trying to keep these units alive. Stalkers be warped in, which you really needed to do, and this is looking really good for Bunk now. And there it is. That army is going to be picked off, and we look at the worker count, 23 to 32, still in favor of Bunk after losing all those units, and he has 1 expansion or 2 expansions compared to 1 for BioOrMech. He is working on another one. Workers lost in that engagement. Killed from for Bunk here was going to be 8 workers were killed compared to 2 only for BioOrMech. So definitely a few workers were killed by Bunk there, or of his probes were killed. But didn't really actually slow him down at all since he was working off 2 bases. His economy is still booming here, still way ahead of BioOrMech, and all these gateways are now warped in. He has 5 gateways up working on right now, plus even a robotics facility going down, and we are going to see a push possibly from Bunk. Having a proxy pylon here to actually possibly secure this even more and to really make him actually work off 2 bases. Bio might be able to, he needs to best out in this, or this could be bad because Bunk will have full map control, expand to wherever he wants to, and looking pretty bad for BioOrMech. He is working off 3 barracks and a starport now, and actually switching his factory, so he has that reactor, so he can get a lot more Vikings out, or possibly medevacs. And he isn't getting a lot of gas in because his base is so slow. So he is going to be pretty far down when it comes to gas. Lots of Marines being produced here, and this army is growing by the second for Bunk. Bunk is going to be going for no immortals. He is not going to go for high tech though, so he doesn't actually have a robotics bay out yet. So very interesting to see that. We do have an engagement up front here. A couple Marines and Marauders are stuck here by the force fields from Bunk here. And that's about all that's going to die from that engagement. But we do have Bunk actually backing away now. So interesting to see that. I think he was actually in good standing there. But we do have attack 1 going down for our Marines and Marauders, and also comeback shield for the Marines. And there goes the actual robotics bay. It is going to be worked on. Immortals coming out. 1 immortal at this point is being created. So very interesting to see this. Bunk is doing a great job. Even throwing on the forge, so he's going to be working on his upgrades. Will he throw on a second one? It doesn't look like he's going to throw down a second forge quite yet. So he's going to be working off of just 1 forge. But he is going for that 3rd expansion, which is great to see. But we do have a drop incoming from BioOrMech. So he does have 4 Marauders in this actual medevac here. And they can go do a lot of damage since there's no workers actually, or no army back here to protect us from this. So here comes the medevac strolling in here. Slowly but surely will be here in the base. Extended thermal lance going down. Colossus coming out as well. And we do have Bunk completely out of position. I mean, he's basically protecting these 2 bases up here. So he might actually be able, BioOrMech might be able to kill a few workers here. And here it comes. It's going to come in here, and it will be actually seen by Bunk here in 2 seconds. And here we go with the attack that does go on. Bunk is going to be not reacting to this too fast, but here comes the troops. He's not going for the actual workers. He's going for the robotics bay, and this is going to slow him down just a little bit. Only 1 Colossus will be actually produced. Going for the pylon as well. Supply blocks him as well for a split second. Another pylon is going to go down. That does supply block him. Will this medevac get away, or will it get destroyed? It's going to be not destroyed. It's going to get away with a couple health. 7 health, and it's going to get away with no medevacs or marauders dying there. So a pretty decent push there. It does destroy the high tech from Bunk, and he doesn't destroy any workers though, which 55 to 47's worker count, pretty even though when you're counting the mules here. But 3 bases compared to 2 is the bad thing about this whole thing. We do have looks like a little bit of a push coming across the map, picking off a pylon there. It looks like placed down there for a proxy, picking off another pylon here very shortly as well. But iBioOrMech has 1,100 minerals in the bank. He definitely needs to be spending those. And this observer is going to be scouting around in the base here very shortly. He actually goes for the army, and he is going to see exactly what iBioOrMech has, and he's not going to be picking this off at all. No scan does go down to pick that off. It looks like iBioOrMech is deciding to push in here, and we do have 1 attack, 1 armor for the Protoss, and then we do have 1 attack for the Terran player. And the attack is going to commence here. The Colossus is going to start picking us off. The stem does go down on these troops, and it's going to have a lot of zealots that are going to come in here and do a lot of damage to these Marines. A lot of Marines going down, but a lot of zealots are going down as well. This Colossus is going to survive. All these units being warped in. There's just too many units here for iBioOrMech to deal with, and they all die instantly there by all those units that warped in. Tons of stalkers are in there, mortals are in there, and only 1 Colossus was there. It did go down though. We do have a reactor going down for the Ghost here, so he's going to be able to have the cloak for the Ghost. So we are going to see some Ghost on play here very shortly. But he needs to get something going here. He's in a lot of trouble. He's down in the economy. We do have a Dark Shrine even come into play for our Protoss Bunk, and also even throwing down a Storm or Templar Archives as well. So getting a lot of nice little high-tech upgrades there, and he's going to be definitely in charge of this game here very shortly. Actually, right now he is. Possibly, can even expand here. I'd like to see a 4th expansion going up here very shortly. We are going to have the 1 attack actually be completed here in about 10 seconds. Blink started for our Protoss player Bunk. 1 Ghost on the way. The Ghost Cloak is almost done. Actually, it's the energy, I'm sorry, not the Cloak. And then we are going to have the armor going down as well for the Terran player iBioOrMech. Cloak hasn't been started yet. I don't know why I was thinking that. It is going to be the actual energy for them, so they can have a lot more EMP action going down. We do have attack 2 started right away for Bunk. Bunk doing a great job keeping up on his upgrades, staying ahead of the Terran opponent, and also having a large army. 160 is the actual army count compared to 137 for our Terran player iBioOrMech. 77 to 84 is the army count. 60 to 75 is the worker count. Definitely in favor in both directions of Bunk here, and he's doing a great job. Army's pretty even though, and we do have the army for iBioOrMech pushing across the map, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. There is a couple ghosts in the mix here. 1 ghost to be in. I think there's only 1 ghost in there. Let's check that out. No, there's 2 ghosts on the map. And here we go. We have the push coming across the map. Will we get some good EMPs off? And here we go. We do have the Guardian Shield goes down for Bunk. Bunk is going to push away. And we have iBioOrMech just trying to slowly push in here and try to get a Bunk to come out here on the field. And that way he can get a nice EMP off. Here comes the EMP. Will he get it off on the whole army? It's all together. Nice EMP goes down. And that's going to be big for iBioOrMech. But here comes the push. We have 1 Colossus out here, lots of mortals. There's a lot of damage going down on both sides of the map. But a lot of Marauders are dying to these Zealots and Stalkers. Stalkers do blink in. And we do have 1 DT going to town in this mixture as well. And this army is going to be annihilated by this powerful army of Bunk here. And we do have the Medevacs and Vikings having to back away. But that was definitely a lot of devastation there from Bunk with a DT in the mix, not even going down. 2 DTs actually in that mix. 131 to 154 is now the actual worker count. We do have 1 2 attack and 2 armor going down for our iPBioOrMech player, our Terran player, and also even 1 attack for his Vikings as well. But the thing is, he doesn't really need to go too far in the Vikings. He needs to really get a lot of ground units because there's only 1 Colossus in this mix that can easily get sniped out. He is producing a second one, and he's getting that powerful charge, which eat away your bio so effectively if you have a lot of zealots in the mix, which especially with attack 2 on there, and also the army upgrade, they can easily get in there and destroy your army, and it's just so hard to deal with. Now, we do have both players going with 4 bases here. Both of them are fully saturated. A DT is going to come in here and start working on the mules. The 1 mule does go down, possibly 2 mules. And he's just doing a great job doing harassment here for Bunk. And he's going to chase all these workers off the line. And there is going to be a turn up here. It's going to start to be able to pick off. But I think Bunk is well aware of that. And goes straight for the workers over here for this orbital command. And he's going to pick off this turn with ease. The whole army of iPBioOrMech is going to come and deal with this 1 DT though. Scan will have to go off, and there goes the scan, and this is going to be an ending for this DT. He is not going to go back and tell his friends how well he did to stop production. And this army is just getting larger from both sides. Both players completely maxed out almost. Upgrades going down for both sides. But it's looking very scary for iPBioOrMech just because 2-2 army for Protoss is so efficient and so effective. And 2-2 army for Terran though can be as well if micro right. Blah blah blah. And here comes the push. Too many Vikings in this mix though. I think. Oh, there's 3 Colossus out now. Thought there's only 2 or 1. But here we go. There's not a lot of. I think he needs a little bit more Marines and Marauders though on the field, just because this army with all these zealots in here is going to be very devastating. And even the Archon to join up from the mix. And he's going to back away. But he needs to do something here. Both the armies are maxed out. Here comes the attack. Where are the ghosts? I don't think there's any ghosts in this mix. Yep, there was. There goes the MP over the army. And the army is nicely spread out, though. And this is not looking good for Bunk, though. There's a lot going down. Oh, my goodness. This is not looking good at all. And we do have the Colossus go down. Stalkers blink out of there. And here comes the push from iPBioOrMech. But he's going to be able to warp in a lot of units here, probably. He does have a lot of warp gates on the field. And here we go. He does push up to the second base. DT's coming in here to play and roll into this and as well. But lots of Zealots and Stalkers are going to come up here. Even the DT as well. And look at all the warp gate units coming in here to clean this up. Powerful. Just shows you how powerful warp gate units are. I mean, there's gateways up here. 4 gateways here. Look at all those gateways inside the base. And you can easily get maxed out. 145 to 127 is the worker count now. And we do have iPBioOrMech having to get out of there. Stalkers just keeping up the blink and actually being able to pick off a couple more medevacs and a couple more Marines and Marauders that were actually trying to get away. And this is not looking good at all for iPBioOrMech now. Bunk was looking kind of in danger there, but iPBioOrMech got kind of greedy there and pushed in. And, I mean, just Bunk was able to just build his army back up. And look at all those minerals he has now. 2,000 minerals in the bank, so he can easily get capped out again if he wanted to. Attack 3 and attack armor. Armor and attack 3 is actually being worked on now, and not for the Protoss at this point as well. So if he's able to get that done, that can make a big deficit in this. But there goes the attack 3 for Bunk there. And lots of Zealots coming in. He is going to be maxed once again now. While our Terran player only has 145 food. So he's definitely looking kind of falling behind there in the micro game there. And he does have a lot of units out there, but I mean you can only build so much off of so many barracks. He needs to throw a few more barracks down, I think. And he's going to try pushing across the map again. Stalker's out of position, even Zealous out of position though. This could be actually kind of bad, or it could be good if he flanks this. So there goes the scan. He sees all the Zealots and the Storm and the Colossus. He thinks he's ahead probably at this point. But look at this army coming back to join up, actually blinking up here. And he's going to go for the actual high tech of the Terran player. Storms go down all over this army. Look at that Storm. Beautiful Storm goes down all over. And this army is basically, yeah, I mean, it's weakened a lot. And here comes more Stalkers being blinked in here as well. And we have an Archon up front taking a lot of damage. DT's up front as well. There's no scan going down yet. EMP goes down finally. There goes the actual scan. And this army's going to be picked off and cleaned up. But look at the damage down here as well. Even going for the high yield. The high yield is actually going to survive. But he did do a lot of damage here Not going for the actual high tech though. And he's going to try blinking to destroy some more of these units here. And look at that. Oh my goodness, the stalkers are going to be able to pick off all of the medevacs. And that's all she wrote there with this army. This army's going to easily be able to pick this off. And not looking good for iBioOrMech at all. He's trying to get some battle cruisers out. But I don't know if that's what he needs at this point. He needs a lot of Marines and Marauders at this point. And he is getting a few more Marines and Marauders out. But this army is completely maxed almost once again. 164 to 133. Lots of DTs in the front here. Hopefully he has some scam, but attack 3 is just going to be completed here. 2 battle cruisers on the way though. Very interesting turn in this game we're going to have. And there's the maxed Protoss army once again. And here we go. DTs and Zealots coming in here to deal with this this planetary fortress. It is going to start to die really fast. My goodness, look how much damage these DTs and Zealots are doing. A lot of SCVs are repairing. That's not enough though. And that orbital command or that planetary fortress goes down, and all these workers are being picked off. And this army is going to try to be picked off. No scans going down for all these DTs yet. A lot of the Marauders and Marines are dying here by 2 DTs. And still no scan. There goes the scan finally. He does see the actual battle cruisers now. Fully upgraded almost too. 2-2 attack on those battle cruisers as well. 194 to 121 is the food though. We have Bunk completely maxed out once again after losing all that. And was able to destroy this base. Bunky's even working on his 5th base now. In front of his main base here. So he's going to be getting a lot more minerals coming in here very shortly as well. So doing a great job. He is out of minerals now, but he is max, so that's a good thing about it. Very interesting game so far. Definitely going into 29 minutes now, almost a half-hour game. Very, very good game so far, going both directions on the map. But Bunk is just doing a great job keeping ahead of the game, expanding when he needs to, and also just getting a nasty, nasty warp gate unit army coming in here, fully upgraded to 3-3. Well, the attack 3 or the armor 3 is actually about 50% done. Well, 20%. But here comes the engagement for Bunk. Bunk is going to have to be very careful here. Especially with those battle cruisers in there. They can be very, very scary. That's a big, big army. Here we go. Lots of Marauders and Marines are dying. Even these battle cruisers are dying. Storms go down. Blink goes down. And oh my gosh, he just made that look easy there. Destroying everything that was produced. There goes the LOL from iBioOrMech. And not sure why he LOL'd there. I thought Bunk played a very, very good game there. And just basically annihilated iBioOrMech there, unfortunately, on the long game there. Anyways, it was a fun game to watch. That was Bunk from VP Gamers. I hope you enjoyed that. And subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys if you guys tune in next time.